everyone, today we're going to go into some more detail about the shoulder and what could be causing your pain. The shoulder is a ball and socket type joint and is the most mobile joint in our bodies. For the shoulder to remain healthy and pain-free, you must have good mobility to move in a wide ranges of position while also being strong and stable enough to maintain those positions.
Right. So the shoulder, as she mentioned, is the most mobile joint in the body. It also has some of the most muscles that attach to it, as well as several ligaments which can cause some shoulder pain as well. On the back side of the shoulder, you have 4 rotator cuff muscles that act as primary stabilizers of your shoulder joint, which means they keep the ball in the socket of the shoulder. They come around and attach to the front side of the shoulder. And then you also have the prime movers, which include your pecs, your lats, your delts, that attach to the front of the shoulder as well. These are the muscles that you tend to see people working the most in the gym because they want to make them bigger and stronger. So there are a lot of muscles that attach to the front of the shoulder that can be playing a part of your shoulder pain.
The shoulder joint is going to be the most efficient and the safest when the ball of the humerus remains in the center of your shoulder socket. And so to do that, you need your primary stabilizers like your rotator cuff muscles in the back, and then the prime movers like the pecs, lats, and delts. They have to be working together. One group can't be overpowering the other, otherwise that's how we can have some issues. Another shoulder stabilizer that is often forgotten is the serratus anterior. This guy wraps around the side of your rib cage and keeps the shoulder blade moving in sync with the arm. When this muscle is weak or not functioning properly, it can also lead to an injury of the shoulder.
Right, and so the most common types of shoulder pain that we see in the office are a muscle strain, a tear, torn ligaments, tendinitis, I can't talk, which is more recent inflammation of the tendons on the front of the shoulder. We'll see a tendinopathy that has been going on for a longer period of time where the tendon has actually had some degenerative changes to it, and shoulder impingement, so someone getting a pinching or a catching feeling when they move the shoulder through a range of motion.
So with these conditions, they can cause shoulder pain and weakness with certain movements or positions. You may have pain when laying on your shoulder, pain when you're just resting, just sitting there. It may cause shoulder stiffness or that catching or clicking or popping in your shoulder joint with movement.
Right, so with these conditions, we typically see a combination of mobility issues. So tight or stiff lats and pecs seem to be the biggest problem, so someone walking around like this. And then a stability issue, either the rotator cuff muscles or the serratus anterior aren't strong enough to balance out what the primary movers are doing. And so we're not seeing the ball of the humerus stay centered in the shoulder socket itself.
And also your mid-back stiffness plays a part in the mobility issue as well, because if that mid-back is stiff and tight and you can't move and extend through there, then you have to use the shoulder muscles a little differently as well. But next week we're going to go over a couple of tests to look at for your shoulder and mid-back mobility and how it can be contributing to your shoulder pain, and we'll give you a couple of exercises to help with your shoulder and mid-back mobility. So stay tuned.